Three shooters around Anthony Davis and LeBron James. This to me is a big-time Rubik's Cube Vogel's going to have to try to solve. Welcome to Order on the Court. I'm Chris Mannix, joined by Howard Beck, and here is my opening argument. Howard, the Lakers are saying all the right things after an 0-6 preseason, but I'm a little bit concerned about your Los Angeles Lakers. You have injuries to a handful of guys, headlined by Talen Horton-Tucker and Trevor Ariza. You've got Russell Westbrook averaging nearly 6 turnovers per game in the preseason. LeBron James averaging nearly 4 turnovers per game in the preseason. You have a roster that just doesn't look like it makes sense on paper or on the floor. So I'm starting to get concerned about where the Lakers are going to be.
If I may offer a rebuttal here, Chris, I hear all that and I understand it, but panicking over the Lakers or any team that features LeBron James is just an annual rite of fall. And then the season starts and his team, wherever he is, starts rolling over people. And I understand there are certainly more concerns about this Laker team heading into the season than normal. You've got an entirely new roster around LeBron and Anthony Davis. Russell Westbrook, maybe not the ideal fit, but certainly an elite talent. And so, look, people need to just take a deep breath for just a minute. Remember that LeBron James is the master puzzle solver that he is. He'll figure out how to best utilize and exploit Russell Westbrook's talents and how to get the most out of the rest of this supporting cast.
All right, Russell Westbrook maybe not an ideal fit. That's a bit of an understatement, don't you think? I mean, you've got a guy who is individually one of the most talented players we've ever seen in the NBA, but is not a perimeter shooter, is turnover prone, doesn't really know how to play without the ball in his hands. And I don't know how this team is going to look in the fourth quarter of games. Does Frank Vogel have it in him to take Westbrook off the floor and go with 3 shooters around Anthony Davis and LeBron James? This to me is a big-time Rubik's Cube that Vogel's going to have to try to solve.
I don't envy him trying to solve that cube, Chris, but I will say this. Let's at least give them a little time and give Russell Westbrook a little bit of credit as the veteran that he is and the future Hall of Famer that he is, that in a new situation with different kinds of teammates around him, that maybe he can evolve. Do I expect him to shoot 40% from 3 suddenly? No. Do I expect him to maybe take a few less threes per game, especially in fourth quarters where he's been known to jack up the 3 in transition or the deep 2s sometimes? Yeah, he can extract those things from his game, leave those possessions for LeBron and AD, or maybe they're better shooters. He can set some screens that he hasn't set in the past. He can play more as a slasher off the ball than he has in the past. Will Westbrook do those things? I don't know either, but we should at least give him the chance to show that he can fit in with this team in a way that maybe not all of us expect.
Yeah, the I don't know is why I'm concerned about the Lakers. All right, Howard, I'm going to give you the final word on the Lakers. What is your closing argument?
It's simply this, Chris. LeBron James has made it work with Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh and Kevin Love and Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith and JaVale McGee and Dwight Howard and all kinds of others. He can figure out how to best use Russell Westbrook. And I do think that this cast, while experienced, maybe a little too experienced, has plenty of talent around it for LeBron and Anthony Davis to make another deep run.